afternoon and welcome to Countrywide on Benue Television. My name is Winifred Yusu. On the headline, President Bola Tinubu says peace, progress needed for development in Africa. National Security Advisor warns against undermining forthcoming Edo-Ondo governorship elections. Plus, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission makes case for specialized court to trial culprits of oil theft. More than 13,000 internally displaced persons (IDPs) are set to benefit from wash hygiene kits. The kits were provided by International Organization for Migration (IOM) through collaboration with Benue State Emergency Management Agency (SEMA). SEMA and IOM officials Wednesday carried out the distribution at Otese IDP camp in Guma local government area of Benue State. Fidelia Zashaund witnessed the distribution and filed in this report.
Presenting the items to the IDPs, IOM representative Kachala Ibrahim, who is also the WASH project associate, emphasizes the need for the items to be used as a means of supporting the state government in cushioning the hardship faced by the IDPs. The efforts of Governor Hyacinth Alia's administration towards making the environment conducive for organizations to come into the state for partnership.
We intend to reach all families here in Otese camp with hygiene kits. In total, we have about 13,500 individuals in this camp, coming from about 4,200 households. So we are going to reach each and every family with the distribution of these hygiene kits. In total, we have 10 items in this hygiene kit.
Otese IDP camp chairman Mr. Samuel Imbila extends gratitude to Governor Alia for bringing in organizations like IOM to help alleviate the suffering of the IDPs.
I thank the Executive Governor of Benue State, His Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, Mem Alia, for making the IDPs happy in his own tenure. IOM has been in Benue for a short time and they have developed the camps in which we are in now. So I appreciate the IOM and the Governor of Benue State.
Some beneficiaries, Mary Seka and Aonda Kazoho, all thanked the Governor and promises to use the items to the desired purpose.
These items being the benefit of you to help us to this hygiene promotion to stop for our IDP camp.
Items distributed were 25 and 10 liters of water containers, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and washing soaps, all in kits. Fidelia Zashaundu, Benue Television News, Makudi. Presenting the items to...
Thank you, Fidelia. Residents of Ayata in Okum local government area of Benue State have continued to flee the community for fear of further attacks since the last weekend incident which left many dead. Data claimed more than 15 lives of many members of the community, including 2 police officers. Our correspondent Martha Eku spoke with the special advisor to the Benue State government on external security and Alexandra Igbala brings on government efforts. Let's take the report.
After last weekend's attacks that left about 25 people dead, this is what has become of Ayati village. Roads and compounds completely deserted. Members of the community continue to flee for fear of further attacks, leaving the village in a quiet state. The special advisor to the Benue State Governor, External Security and Liaison, Alexander Igbaya, who visited Ayati, gives a brief explanation of what led to the attack. He says the attackers usually hibernate at the state border, only to come in and launch attacks on their victims and then go back.
When we got there, we understood that Anyogo, the chief bandit there, organized herdsmen, let me call them that, organized herdsmen and his own boys to punish Ayati for revealing their locations. One of the vision we got there was that Anyogo got money from the herdsmen to hand over the land to the leaders of the community. At the end of it, he didn't do that. And when they moved, that is when they moved in, they were asked to leave by the community. So they now took them in with all these boys in hundreds to ensure that the Fulani headers made their way and have the land he promised them, because he got that money, as we were told, and shared it to the chiefs in that area. Ayati and the general area, that access by Ayati, Zakibiam, Ayati, and that area generally is close to Taraba State. And these people go hibernate there and come and attack and go back into those forests.
The security advisor expresses worry over delay in giving information to the security. He, however, assures that government is doing all it can to bring lasting peace.
Once we get information, at least 70% of the job is done. Part of the problem. We'll make the youth there as well as the elderly people. They don't talk. Tell us where this was. Show the security men where this was, so that they end up this matter. Over time, they will come these things. Okay. In Kondi, you don't hear much about Kondi these days. It's not because not something right, but there's something happening there too. It's not everything will divulge.
Sources from the area say more bodies are being found in bushes around the community, aside the 15 earlier found and the 2 police officers that were killed. Police Benue State Command CP Hassan Yabanet, confirming last weekend's incident, said normal daily activities were going on in Ayati village, Ukun local government area, when a large number of armed bandits invaded the village and started shooting sporadically at the members of the community. According to the police boss who visited the area, 15 people sustained gunshot injuries from the attack and were confirmed dead on arrival at the hospital. He said the 2 police officers who were among the team that responded to the distress call lost their lives, and their bodies have been deposited at the General Hospital in Ukum pending investigations. Martha Iku, Benue Television News, Makadi.
President Bola Tinubu has said without peace, progress will be impossible for development in Africa. The president also said that peace, stability, and democracy are the keys to Africa's progress and development. Speaking at a dinner organized in his honor by President Teodoro Basongo of Equatorial Guinea, Tinubu said Africa must take charge of solving its problems, rejecting external expectations of conflict and instability. He urged African leaders to prioritize peace, stability and progress, saying the time to take action is now. He highlighted the brain drain and talent loss Africa faces due to poverty, outdated judicial systems and tribalism, emphasizing that these issues must be addressed to foster development. President Tinubu appealed to international organizations to invest more in African research and development. He highlighted the need for collective action to address conflicts in regions such as Democratic Republic of Congo and the Sahel. Earlier, President Basongo expressed his gratitude to President Tinubu for accepting his invitation to visit Equatorial Guinea. Hailing the strong relations between the 2 nations, he praised Nigeria's extensive experience in agriculture, trade, tourism, and economic development, expressing his desire for a mutual beneficial exchange of experiences between the 2 countries. Let's take a quick break. We will be back shortly with more stories. Do stay with us. Welcome. Now, Minister of State for Defense Bello Metawalle has said the Nigerian Armed Forces, paramilitary, and the police need 350 million rounds of ammunition annually for effective operations. The minister spoke on the imperative of self-sufficiency in defense production during the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) on the establishment of a weapons production plant in Abuja. The MOU was between the Ministry of Defense and the Defense Industries Corporations of Nigeria (DICON) and the National Agency for Science and Engineering (NASENI). The ceremony was attended by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, service chiefs and heads of security agencies. The minister why the DICON bill was signed into law within 6 months, saying that the president was driven by his vision of self-reliance in defense production. He shed light on security priorities at the 60th anniversary of DICON and Maiden African Defense Industries Conference in Abuja. He stressed that the country has to achieve self-sufficiency in military hardwares. Matawalle said if past administrations had made self-sufficiency their goal, Nigeria should by now be exporting its military capabilities. The National Security Advisor NSA Nuhu Ribadu has warned those planning to undermine the off-cycle governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states to bury their plan or regret their action. The NSA spoke at the Interagency Consultancy Committee on Election Security (ICCES), organized by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Represented by the Director of Internal Security in his office, Hassan Abdullahi, Ribadu stated President Bola Tinubu's commitment to a peaceful election. He said the administration will defend the integrity of the polls using every lawful means. He said law enforcement agencies are on high alert and ready to swiftly and decisively deal with anyone trying to undermine the polls. Ribadu urged the voters in Edo State to come out in their numbers to exercise their civic duty. The NSA charged security forces and election officials to ensure that every ballot is protected and the sanctity of the election is upheld. Also speaking, Inspector General of Police IGP Kayode Igbetokun assured the nation that the security agency would work around the clock to ensure a peaceful election in Edo and Ondo states. Represented by Police Commissioner Lanre Ogunlowo, the IGP said security agents were working to ensure that non-state actors did not interfere with the process of the elections in the two states. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has sworn in 5 new commissioners and 2 special advisors to serve in the State Executive Council. The newly sworn-in commissioners are Ilamu Abua, Roland Obed White, Austin Nadozie, Samuel Eiba, Samuel Aya, while Forgive Ametre and Anko Na were sworn in as special advisors. Speaking during the event, Fubara urged the new officers to work towards achieving the objectives of his administration. He restated his administration's commitment to implementing projects that would have direct positive impacts on Rivers people. The governor urged them to see their appointments as an opportunity to serve the state and not an opportunity to make economic gains. He further urged the new appointees to add value to the State Executive Council by contributing ideas that would promote good governance. He stressed that governance is about provision of quality and people-oriented services. He added that his administration remains focused and determined to deliver on its responsibility. Let's take another break. We will be back shortly. Don't go away. Welcome. Now, Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf has undertaken an on-the-spot assessment of the Kano State High Court, which was vandalized, looted and razed during the recent nationwide hunger protest, which turned violent in parts of the north. Yusuf, during the tour, regretted the invasion and destruction of the State High Court by hoodlums. He alleged that hoodlums carted away corruption charges documents on former governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, who has been facing multiple charges before the State High Court. According to a statement by the governor's spokesperson, Sanusi Tofa, the governor was conducted around the court premises by the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Haruna Dederi, the Chief Registrar of the High Court, Abdullahi Bayaro, and some judges. Governor Yusuf called on youths in the state to desist from being used by detractors or to engage in violence, but to rather concentrate on skills acquisition to better their lives, promising them of government support. He ordered the immediate rehabilitation of the courthouse and the deployment of more security to ensure effective justice delivery. Yusuf commiserated with the Kano State Chief Judge, Justice D.J. Aboki, and the entire judiciary over what he described as an ugly incident. The governor commended the people of the state for their support and cooperation with his administration and prayed for the sustenance of peace, stability, and economic development in the state. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has made a case for a specialized court to try corporate oil theft in the country. Michael Uzokwe, the chief of staff to the chairman of the commission, Ola Olukoyede, said this during the investigative hearing of crude oil theft in Abuja. Uzokwe said that the delay in prosecution through regular courts was hampering prosecution and militanting against elimination of crude oil theft and other financial crimes. In his speech, Chairman Special Committee on Crude Oil Theft, Al-Hassan Ado Dogua, resolved to constitute a subcommittee that would investigate the desirability of otherwise of continuing with Molecular Power System (MPS) oil theft detection system. He said the setting up of the sub-investigative panel became necessary due to zero level of recovery recorded so far from the multi-million-dollar contract, with a retainership fee of $5 million built into it without commensurate results. Adodogoa questioned the need to keep the costly MPS detection system, noting that it has not yielded any success since its deployment. He said some powerful lawyers who were enjoying the retainership largely were already putting up stiff resistance. This, according to him, is in order not to lose the easy money coming their way, faced with the possibility of losing the retainership in case of eventually losing the contract. That's it on Countrywide, but before we go, let's take a recap of the top stories. President Bola Tinubu has said peace progress needed for development in Africa. Also, National Security Advisor has warned against undermining forthcoming Edo on the governorship elections. And we intimated you that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has made case for specialized courts to try culprits of oil theft. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Winifred Yosu. Do have a great day.